Never here from Drakewing Game, and Stuffy Mountain Twitter, the Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at you with a Let's Play episode of Changeling Tale, Grace's Path. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump right back into it, shall we? Alarm chain, you are up, and let's go. I lift my head and Grace bends down. We kiss softly, and I feel my stomach drop as her lips touch. Grace gives me a devilish grin. Fine. Fine, fresh, fierce, and I've got my own luck. I'm the catch of a lifetime. That you are. I'm glad I landed you before Douglas and Mulgair did. Oh, Malcolm, stop. Don't fret about them. It was just a simple misunderstanding. And maybe I had that net coming as payback for all the times I've capsized Doug's boat. What? Don't worry, he's a good swimmer. The important thing is it's all water under the bridge, so to speak. A bridge you ought to work hard to mend. He can become our brother-in-law. Or a jealous, scorned lover, after Marion denies his advances and leaves him rejected and suffering with heartbreak. Grace's tone goes gleefully devious. You're jesting, right? Of course. Marion will marry the first handsome man that helps her wash the laundry and scrub the dishes. I start to protest, but can't deny that Marion seems itchy to marry and has had little luck with suitors. For I've heard that Douglas is, fishing habits notwithstanding, an upright good man. One she deserves and who will dote on her. Maybe he'll even help her with the milking. Grace uses her arms to push up her chest and pouts. Even now that she's giant, her bust size still falls short of her sister's. You joke, but we both know Marion's will put Douglas to work. Let's hope he likes cows. Mere moments after what looked like it was about to be a near tragedy, we were both laughing again. Real laughter, not the sort to defend ourselves from fear or pain. It doesn't hide or diminish what aches inside us. Those rawest of emotions to experience after such strife, after fearing you've lost your love to the sea, to a net cast by friends. But this joy we now share, the laughter of a secret joke, of knowing that we understand each other's humor, we trust each other, that delight is the bond I want to rejoice in, to bathe in. To bathe in the comfort and serenity of Grace, to absorb all of her zeal and newfound confidence, assuming she has some to spare. I'm tired of living a life that has me afraid of shadows, of dark, lonely nights. Life should be about striving for this moment, the one right here, over and again. Striving for the times when we laugh and share our hearts together, those moments when we can bounce back from tragedy smiling. This is love. The morning's first sunbeams crest the horizon and fall upon us, kissing our skin, warming our bodies. Every day has been wilder, crazier than the last. What will this new day bring, I wonder? Malcolm, I probably kept you out here long enough. Grace's words pull me back to earth. She's not wrong. Gran will be waking soon. If I'm not there, there'll be questions. Oh, so many questions. But my eyes drawn back to Douglas's boat, now little more than a dot at the far end of the loch. I'm not sure I want to leave your side again. Malcolm, you make a better boyfriend than a barnacle. Go to your Gran. She'll be worried if you don't come home. All this worrying. At least you know I come by it honestly. Thinking, y'all. Water time. Alright, guys and gals, and we are back. Let's go ahead and jump back into it, shall we? Hey, look at me. All of me. Now more than ever, there's nothing to worry about. At least not with me and my safety. She flashes a confident grin meant to reassure me, and I can see that she might be right. Our situation has completely changed now that she's grown so robust. I wonder if other consequences are ahead, though. Ones we can't predict. Ones yet unseen or imagined. There's definitely one thing to worry about. Your sister's sanity if she sees you've grown taller than she is. You'd better go soften Marion up then. I don't want to have to carry her fainted body again. Nor do I. Perhaps this time you won't give her the double shock of your... I glance down to her chest and she doesn't even blush. Not much I can do about that. Most of my old clothes are in tatters. Maybe sisters can help. And while you're there, you can grill her on her romantic life. Alright. I'll be sure to speak to Marion. But I'm not sure she wants to be grilled. Grace laughs and bends down to kiss me once more. Go! You can still make it home before your Gran awakens if you're hot-footed. I nod and turn to leave, then turn once more. Grace, I'll be back. I'll be here. Oof. Another kiss and I'm off, walking home, frequently turning back to watch Grace splash around the loch. The daylight still shimmers all around her across the water's ripples, but she shines the brightest among it all. She dives into the reflections, lifting her head for quick breaths before ducking back under. Not breath she needs, but those she desires. What she loves is the water, her freedom, her own intensity. What I love is her. I remind myself that she loves me too. Their love may be different on the outside, but inside we are destined to have found one another. I keep the thought running while I drag my feet through rutted dirt paths. My brain spins with memories of that first encounter when I returned home. I'm reminded of her wit, her sharpness, her unwillingness to let people in, except she let me in, and I won't let her go. I think back on that day until I'm approaching my home, looking towards the windows at the shine cast from the glass. Those reflections, too, cast a bright hue on my shirt, and I jostle the fabric lightly to create my own ripple of moving light. I pretend I'm underwater with her, gliding, swimming, living. But when I step inside, I'm alone, without the soul that matches mine. I hope to God that we can build a world together outside the water. Gran is still storing away in her bedroom, much to my relief. It gives me time to change my clothes and put on a pot of tea, a moment of loneliness and of welcome peace. So, tea time. The whistle of the teapot places me. It tells me I'm home. How many kettles worth of tea have been boiled upon the stove? The sound takes me back to my childhood. Mother and father bickering, lowering their voices not to be heard but their words not understood. So many mornings I heard their arguments, listening from the kitchen table, eating cold porridge. Back then I didn't know it was fighting, but I knew the tea always tasted bitter from both of them forgetting how long it had steeped. I picture a lifetime in this house, the rest of my days on earth, here with this boiling kettle every morning. Much like falling in love, it entrances me and scares me to death. What if Grace were pure human? But we just end up bickering over money and work, over the children. I know I want no part of that, even if it's normal. Maybe normal isn't for me. Maybe I just need more sleep. I smile to myself as I run my hands through my hair and try to block out all that my inner voice is trying to tell me. My hands come out smelling of seawater, of course. Grace leaving her mark everywhere. I hear a bedroom door creak and the shuffling of sturdy feet. It awakens me from my daydream. Malcolm! Good morning, Gran. I gave her a quick, soft hug before handing her a teacup and guiding her to a chair. I didn't hear you come home. Another long night? Aye, an adventure to be sure. Adventure? I kinda got tangled up, I guess you could say. Nothing I couldn't get myself out of, just a bit of, pickle. Pickle, that's the best I can come up with. Well, you've always been able to take care of yourself, Malcolm. I trust that good things will always come out of a bad situation. Oh, that I may grow to possess her optimism. I certainly hope so. Do let me know if I can help in any way. I sip the tea, which tastes so perfectly sweet. I can't help but imagine Grace squeezed in next to us at the table, holding my hand as we talk about our day ahead. The scene seems at once cozy and crazy. It reminds me that, for one thing, Grace will need clothing to be socially presentable, no matter how much she loved to spend her days swimming all natural. I'll be heading off to see Marion this morning to ask a favor. Han's face lights up. Oh, of course. Whatever you need to do. I'll be puttering around, reading and whatnot. I need to gather carrots for a stew. I can do that for you, Gran. Thank you, Malcolm. And, what was that you said wanted from Marion? A favor? See where this is going. Yes, such a terrible liar. Perhaps I'd be better off telling a partial truth. I'm looking for some clothing to alter. I need to own my sewing skills. I see. Always good to learn a new skill, especially one so useful. Is Marion helping you with your project? I don't know yet. Of course she will. She's such a darling. I'm sure she'll just love seeing you. Gran winks and I blush. I think she's been teaching another man to sew. Remember Douglas Cranach? Gran's nose scrunches up like she smelled a particularly foul fish. The Cranach boy! Why? Whatever for? I believe they're a couple, as one might say. What about... I smile so as to not show any dismay. Well, never mind then. Gran looks at me quizzically. She's pinned me to another person. I can see the cogs at work in her mind, trying to discern who it might be. Jessie is gone. Marion is taken. That leaves one sister. Picture telling Gran about my real partner, introducing her at the lock and watching poor Agnes faint as fast as Marion did. Gran would wake and try to convince giant Grace to marry her poor lonely grandson. Perhaps she'd beg Grace to have my children so we can all live together, well, swimmingly. I snort into my tea as Gran rises, looking frustrated over losing her favourite McLeod as daughter-in-law. Take your time over there. I'll be just fine here with my own activities. I know by activities she means taking a nap, but I don't begrudge her the rest. And just don't get yourself into any more pickles. I'll do my best, Gran. She leaves me to go tidy the kitchen. With Gran's seat vacant, I find myself now staring at the wall, counting the cracks, wondering how many cracks are inside of me. How many are inside Grace after a lifetime of rejection and chosen isolation? Her crack's still there, after all of her growth. Perhaps many will heal now. I feel the splinters inside me, inside my bones, but I assure myself I too am healing. I down the rest of my cup and get to my feet. If the wall can still stand after 100 years with all that damage, certainly Grace and I can as well. Predictably, I find Marion labouring in the field alone with her herd. She notices me as I come up to the road and hurries over. Malcolm! Good morning, Marion. I'm sorry I didn't mean to interrupt your work. It's all right. I'm glad you came. Someone needs to warn Grace. So much for this morning's reprieve. What hot water is Grace in now? Warn her about what? I've been meaning to come by your house. I can't find Grace in the lock. I've been so fearful, Well, maybe I've also been avoiding you both a little, because it's all so worrisome. Marion's distress is evident. It wouldn't surprise me if Grace is hiding from her older sister, knowing Marion's not yet ready to see her new look. Marion, just tell me. If Grace needs help, I can reach her. I take Marion's shoulders in my hands and consider shaking some sense into her, but she takes a deep breath and calms herself down. It's about Douglas. He's a good man, the best man, really. Such a sweetheart, but... Marion seems hesitant to continue, although I think I already know where this is going. He seems dead set on capturing this mermaid of his. I didn't tell him Grace's secret, but I couldn't talk him out of his wild goose chase either. I think he'll be fishing today, and she could be in danger. Oh, I should have come with you sooner. I panicked. I can't say I blame her. Being stuck between saving her sister and supporting her boyfriend's endeavours must be taking a terrible toll on her. Still, she should have sought me out earlier, and remind myself that I was out all night with Grace. What was Marion to do? I take her hand and reassure her. Don't worry, Grace can handle herself. I don't think Douglas will come after her again. Marion's face falls. Again? What's already happened? What aren't you telling me? Did you see Grace? Douglas? Did she hurt Douglas? Her words tumble out in a jumble of anxiety and confusion. I answer carefully, selectively, not to add to Marion's concerns. I visited Grace yesterday, just like you suggested. Douglas wasn't hurt. Grace would never do that. Did he hurt her? No. I believe it was a playful exchange, but I only heard her side of things. Even though I leave out most of the details, the relief is plain on Marion's face. A playful exchange? What on earth would that entail? Not to be a punster, but probably her tale. Marion cracks a smile. Puns seem to be the key to all of our hearts. Oh, Malcolm, it must mean the world to Grace for someone to be by her side, when other men would see her as, well... A fish? I mean it in jest, but the word fish seems to strike a nerve. It's just that because Douglas is a fisherman, well, no, he's more complicated than that. He's wonderful, really. He just holds some old-fashioned beliefs. Gran's lust for gossip must be rubbing off on me. I find myself wondering what else Marion learned during her day, or dare I say, date, with Douglas last night. Oh, really? What kinds of old-fashioned beliefs? Alright, I'm going to pause it right there, y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon or YouTube memberships if you can. It always helps. Anyway, I love you all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!